Evening YouTube, Tommy again. I'm making this video in response to a lot of comments that got generated on my blog and video post from yesterday. I did a quick video, you can find it on my YouTube channel. It's in response to President Obama's 23 executive orders and the issues he pushed forward to Congress. But the issue that seems to bring up the most debate is armor-piercing ammunition. I'm as big a gun nut as the rest of us. I don't even want armor-piercing ammunition. But all right, so let's cover a few things: what it is, what it's not, why you might want it, and in the event that you did want it, what would actually happen. So this is a traditional bullet. This particular one, you can see here, it's a little bit out of focus. Sorry. This is a 2.433 rifle round. It's what I use to deer hunt with. Normally, of course, if you buy it in a package, you see it together. It really looks about like that. In this case, I reload my own ammunition, so here's the shell, here's the bullet. This is the part we're talking about when we talk about armor-piercing ammunition. Can you own armor-piercing ammunition? Yes. It's completely legal. Why is it legal? Because the actual definition of armor-piercing ammunition and the ATF definition for the purposes of legislation are different. What is an armor-piercing bullet? In all actuality, an armor-piercing bullet is a projectile designed to penetrate armor, be it body armor, vehicular armor, tank armor, whatever. There are various kinds that are designed to penetrate armor. So we're talking about this little teeny thing here. This is the part that we're all discussing. Not how big this is, how much powder's behind it, if it's this long, this big, if it's this big around. It's just this little piece here. So this is the bullet. What makes it armor-piercing? Obviously the fact that it can punch through armor. Okay, why does it punch through armor? It's very simple. The reason an armor-piercing bullet punches through armor is because it is made of a certain composition of compounds. Let me backtrack a second. It is perfectly legal to own armor-piercing rifle ammunition. You can buy it all day long. It's all over the web. Craigslist, Arms List, eBay, cheaper than dirt, anywhere you want. It's all over the place. The part that's illegal, by definition from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, what they call armor-piercing ammunition refers to handgun ammunition. It is not legal anywhere in the 50 states to own or buy armor-piercing handgun rounds. Why not? What does an armor-piercing round do? Just like the armor-piercing rounds you can buy for rifles, it's composed of a couple different things. So like a lot of things, I'm going to cheat here and use a picture. That's a blow-up of what an actual armor-piercing bullet looks like. So it's got cute little numbers here to tell you what all the parts are. This right here, this outer shell, it's just like this. It can be copper, it can be lead, it can be steel, it can be ballistic plastic, it can be green, it can be black, it can be various colors. It's the part of the projectile that when it hits the surface is designed to break away, punch through something, and then just fall apart. It's a slightly frangible part of the round. The next part, steel alloy piercing shell. It doesn't have to actually be steel, but that's this part back here. And if this were an actual armor piercing round, you wouldn't be able to see that part of it because it would be way back here inside the back of the bullet. But when all the rest of this bullet peels away, this core can be made of a couple different things. It's designed to continue through, to punch through the side of a tank, to punch through the body armor, to punch through a car door, whatever. Other types of, or specific types of armor-piercing rounds can be exploding, incendiary, which in case you don't know means they catch fire, or they generate a crap ton of heat, or incendiary tracer. There's three different kinds. So, to cover it again, this is, in this particular picture, this part here would be called the bursting charge. So if this were just a armor-piercing bullet designed to punch through armor, it wouldn't necessarily have this. It would just be more of this part two here, this steel, or tungsten carbide or something like that. Tungsten carbide is a very, very, very hard alloy that won't break or deform when it punches through something like a ceramic plate or a steel door. It's designed to be much stronger than the outer casing. And in the case of an exploding or an exploding armor-piercing round. In the back of it, back here, is a little charge. It could be TNT, it could be a number of things. It's a small exploding charge that just goes boom. That's what an armor-piercing, or that's how an armor-piercing round works. So, what is the definition of an armor-piercing round? I'm going to just quote the ATF here because it's easier. An armor-piercing round is a projectile or projectile core which may be used in a handgun and which is constructed entirely from one or combination of tungsten alloys, steel, iron, brass, bronze, beryllium, copper, or depleted uranium, or is a full jacketed projectile larger than .22 caliber, of which that bullet I showed you would qualify, designed and intended for use in a handgun, and whose jacket has a weight of more than 25% of the total weight of the projectile. If this outside copper jacket weighs 25% or more of what the actual entire bullet weight is, mass is, it could be considered armor piercing. Traditionally, normal everyday bullets are not made that way. If you notice, everything in the ATF is about handgun ammo. So, for all you guys screaming out there, I need to own armor-piercing rounds. I should have the right to own armor-piercing rounds. Understand, they're talking about pistols. You already can buy armor-piercing ammo for rifles. But let's say they ban that too. Let's just go that route. Let's just say, worst come to worst, the government's coming to take your stuff, and they're going to ban AP rounds. What are we going to do? Everybody keeps screaming that the Second Amendment was designed to prevent our government from becoming tyrannical, and which I agree, it was. I mean, there's proof there. But everybody's point seems to be, well, I'm going to stand up and fight. Okay, smarty pants. What are you going to do? Seriously, if you want to go buy armor-piercing ammo right now, while you still can, you can buy it in quantities of a couple hundred, sometimes as low as 15 individual bullets. It's hard to find as it is, because you're usually getting it from somebody who used to have it from Army surplus. It's been sitting on the shelf 15 years. But let's say you can get it, and let's say you want to buy it, and you stockpile it, and the big bad guys come to take your stuff. What are you going to do? If I was like, well, I'll defend my home with it. I need to be able to hold off the government. You seem to be under the false impression that it's going to be a police officer with a nickel-plated sissy pistol and a little, hat on. Probably not. Let's just assume it gets so far-fetched that Alex Jones is right and he's leading the revolt and the government's coming to take our stuff. So we're going to break, away again here to some pictures to help. They're not going to come with handguns. Well, they wouldn't come with handguns. They're going to come with these guys. See that? That's a professional shooter that knows what he's doing. He's better than you. They're going to come with these guys. You know what that is? That's a Predator drone. If Uncle Sam really wants to take your crap away from you, he's got these. Okay? Really, seriously, he's got these. Predator drones. He doesn't even have to actually send a person. That's a Predator. If you really want to get nasty and take out you and your neighbor, you just send that. That's a Reaper. That's a fully loaded arsenal of whoop-ass. Okay? What's your armor-piercing round going to do? Nothing. But let's go back to a little more average scenario. Somebody wants to take your guns. The FBI has decided you're a threat. They're kicking your guns and ammo. You're going to defend your home. Really? Against that? That's nothing but a normal old tactical team. What are you going to do? Seriously, with your 200 potential, let's say you have an entire case and you got 200 rounds of AP ammo. Really? What are you going to do? Nothing. Nor am I. I mean, I'd love to say I am. I'm not. Nothing. I'm going to throw my hands up and go, hey, here they are. Take them. They're not coming with 9mm Berettas. They're coming with these. That's an M203 grenade launcher. Seriously, if you were to fire an armor-piercing round at a police officer from your front door, he's going to throw a grenade through your house. Understand, you're not going to get back up from it. He's going to send in 4 of these guys. That's a SWAT team. There's 4 of them. They're all better trained than you are. They're all better armed than you are. Because their budget's bigger than yours. Unless you're probably Alex Jones. I pick on him a lot, but the guy's kind of out there, man. They're going to use these, big old nasty machine gun, which they can put armor-piercing rounds in, come to think of it. And worse come to worse, they're going to use these, which your bullets are not going to do the good against in anyway. So let's just say for a second that Uncle Sam wants to come take your stuff. That's what they're going to use. M203s, snipers, precision, tactical, trained shooters, squads of them, or if you were such a big giant threat to the national security, they're just going to bomb your house off the map with a grenade launcher or a Predator drone, because they can do that. What are you going to do? What is the argument? We don't have one. We don't need armor-piercing ammunition. Even if I could, well, and I can, I suppose, buy armor-piercing rounds as a civilian. If I were to fire this in my house in defense of my family, it's nuts. That bullet is designed to keep going and going and going and going. I have neighbors on both sides of me. Am I going to shoot, puncture my gas line and blow my house up when it goes through 3 walls? Am I going to shoot and kill my neighbor's kids next door because it goes through my house and part of his? Am I going to shoot through my bedroom door and kill my daughter across the hall? Or what? People aren't even qualified to use those rounds. We just don't need them. There are so many other things to fight that just let the armor-piercing thing go, guys. You don't need them. Just buy a bunch more bullets. Truth be told, and if I have time before my camera cuts out, I'll cover this. Armor-piercing rounds are designed to punch through body armor, right? Here's how it works. If they make better bullets, our government makes better armor. Understand? I'll cover one more thing before I'm done here. Body armor. Let's just say you are shooting at a SWAT team. Okay, fine. There are 4 different types of body armor, and they're classified type 1 to type 4 for various threat levels. For type 1, or what is sometimes called threat level 1 body armor, is designed to stop a 22 caliber bullet, something a little bit smaller than this, right up to about a 380 pistol. That's pretty much all it's designed to do. Our boys in blue pretty much don't wear them anymore. Threat level 2, type 2 stops a larger caliber of bullet. Type 3, larger, and type 4, about anything you can throw at it. A type 4 ballistic body armor loadout 1 is heavier than hell, hot as can be, uncomfortable as you can't even imagine. It's designed to stop up to a 30 caliber round, doing 2,800 feet per second minimum. That's 1,900 miles an hour. That thing is designed to stop a 30 caliber round at Mach 3. That's fast. However, and that's using the newest ceramic style body armor. However, having said all that, it only stops it about once. The big thing about body armor, you don't need armor piercing rounds. You just shoot it more. Seriously, you shoot it more times. You take your 10 shot 243 and you keep shooting at it in the same place. And guess what? Threat level type 4 body armor, the ceramic plates break away and break up, and they chip and fragment, and they quit doing their job. If the first 5 rounds didn't knock them all off their feet, the next 5 are going to just punch through it. So again, you don't need armor piercing rounds to pierce body armor. It's a lot of people who've never fired an armor piercing round or never worn body armor talking out the side of their head. I don't know why this particular argument is so important to us. There are arguments about gun control that I think we need to win. The assault weapons ban is one of them. I already did a video about that, and you can just look through my channel and find it. The magazine capacity, that's another one. But, let them have armor-piercing rounds, especially if they're going to give us mental health checks. It's a compromise. There are things on the table that involve compromise. I don't like President Obama. Didn't vote for him. Wouldn't vote for him. Like nothing about the man. But of the things he's done lately, 2 of his ideas that I think stand a chance if both sides can compromise. Us gun people, we want armor-piercing ammunition. I don't know why, because we're stupid. Fine. We're going to give up our armor-piercing ammo. In exchange, hopefully, they're going to allow mental health checks to cross-reference to background checks for gun purchases, which means crazy people stop getting guns. And if less crazy people get guns and shoot less sane people, the crazy people in Washington quit trying to take the normal people's guns away. Get it? Stop the crazy people from killing the normal people, and the other crazy people won't come take your shit. It's that simple. I'm okay with that. At least that's how I see it. So we give a little on armor-piercing ammunition. They give a little on screaming about their HIPAA compliance and their mental health and their right to privacy. Quite frankly, if you're a nut job on psychotropic drugs or any drug that affects your mental ability and your ability to be cognizant and to cogitate, you don't deserve a gun. In the end of story. If you're on a mind-altering drug, I don't care if it is an antidepressant. If you're so depressed you need drugs to be normal, you don't need guns. Sorry, that's how I feel about it. If you don't like me, the unsubscribe button's up there at the top, or the unfollow button on Facebook. Just get going. Peace. Shoo, scat, bye-bye. Crazy people don't need guns. Stop crazy people. We'll give in some on AP rounds, at least I will. And we're okay. That's a compromise on both parts. It makes Congress feel better because truthfully, I don't think a single mass killing has ever been done with an armor-piercing round. Ever. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's never. Let them have it. Take it. Take AP rounds. We want nut jobs. Okay? We give up AP rounds. The nutty people give up their medical records. Fair trade. I probably just lost like 10,000 subscribers there and gained 10,000 Republicans, but yeah, I guarantee you I didn't get any Democrats today. So anyway, there's my thoughts. It was a lot longer than I anticipated. I just ranted. So hope you've enjoyed your time together. I have, talking to myself, eventually you when I post all this stuff. But have a good day, y'all, and talk to you again soon.